Sex, Frank? No, not right now, Ed. We got work to do.
CIC Video consistently present you with great rental films. Films that are guaranteed rental successes, guaranteeing you future profitability. Releases over the past 12 months have included massive theatrical successes like Shirley Valentine, Parenthood, and Back to the Future 3. These films have all taken over £7 million at the UK box office. Each of these films enter the top of the video charts, in some cases staying there for over 40 weeks, as much as a quarter of that time staying in the top 10. A success rate that has ensured a regular trail of renters to your shop. To date, Shirley Valentine has been seen by over 8.5 million people on video. Back to the Future 3 and Parenthood have each been watched by over 5 million people.
Clint Eastwood.
What kind of stupid name is that?
Doc meets his mate.
You saved my life.
I'm a proud of service.
And Tannen meets his match.
I'll hunt you and shoot you down like a duck.
It's Dog Buford. Shoot him down like a dog.
Michael J. Fox.
Where'd you learn to shoot like that?
7-Eleven.
Christopher Lloyd.
There's a fella that can't hold his liquor.
And Mary Steenburgen.
I never ever met a man like you before.
Gentlemen, excuse me, but my friend and I have to catch a train.
Steven Spielberg and Robert Zemeckis invite you.
Come on, Barney!
To the Rough Rider. Rip roaring, rootin' tootin', straight shootin'.
Hold up! It's a science experiment!
Rousing conclusion of Back to the Future.
Let the festivities begin!
Back to the Future, Part 3.
In the past 12 months, CIC has released films that do not achieve such levels at the cinema as the blockbusters, but they have become massive video hits. The Hunt for Red October, Uncle Buck, and Internal Affairs all grossed under £2 million at the UK box office, but have gone on to achieve similar figures on video chart entry as the blockbusters. The average audience on video is huge. Over 6 million have already seen Hunt for Red October and Uncle Buck. Also since its release 4 months ago, Internal Affairs has attracted 4 million viewers. Massive theatrical and video successes guaranteeing you profit for the future. The current rental success is Ghost.
What's the matter?
Seems like whenever anything good in my life happens, I'm just afraid I'm going to lose it.
I really love you.
What do you want?
You don't know who's happening.
From death
Oh, Sam, come on.
to awakening,
What's happening?
It's like I can still feel you.
suspicion
It was a setup. I was murdered.
to fear,
Don't you hear him?
You can hear me?
the unbelievable
I get a message from Sam.
to the unforgettable.
Oh, God.
Ghost, the movie you loved, is coming on video cassette.
The biggest film of all time in the UK, it has already set the video business alight, entering the video charts at #1, where it will be destined to stay for several weeks. The marketing campaign behind this release was the biggest ever seen for a rental title in the UK. It included both national TV and radio commercials. It created unprecedented demand, driving new and lapsed renters back into the video stores. This has brought a positive upturn in the rental industry. The rental figures predicted have already been surpassed. This has added an extra £3 million to the industry's turnover. Further profit from Ghost and other titles can be achieved from the sell-on of ex-rental cassettes. CIC's rental portfolio for the future will build a solid base of rental customers for you, ensuring a growth in profitability. Films like Kindergarten Cop, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger and Penelope Ann Miller.
You walk into it showing fear, you're dead.
They play by their own rules.
No fear.
No fear.
And they are totally ruthless.
No fear. No fear.
Up in the morning and out to school. The teacher is teaching the golden rule.
Kindergarten Cop.
American history practical man.
He's a cop in a class by himself.
Shut up!
What's the matter?
I have a headache.
It might be a tumor.
It's not a tumor. It's not a tumor at all.
The new comedy from Ivan Reitman. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Kindergarten Cop.
They're horrible.
Flight of the Intruder with Danny Glover, William Dafoe, and Rosanna Arquette.
Are as calm in the air.
It's gonna be the most exciting thing you've ever done with your clothes on.com.
As they are on the ground. Jake.
Yeah, I learned this when I was a hippie.
Razor.
Got room here for a six-pack and a pizza?
Sure, Taylor, okay.
Cole.
We got the DFCN and Silver Star down here.
Does it matter?
Camparelli.
I got that name because somewhere in my past there was a wop in the wood pile.
Nerve made them confident. The rules of engagement held them back.
What's your problem, mister?
Well, I don't think trees in a suspected truck park is worth a man's life.
They send you here to stroke the widow. You get in your airplane and fly away alone. Sometimes you don't come back.
I'd like to introduce you to the replacement crew.
We just call them new guys. You used up all the good names.
I don't like the targets either. I hate them.
You tell me you're interested in payback.
It's right across the square from the National Assembly. Sam City, man.
Just say we happen to pull it off. Maybe some other guy somewhere will get a chance to die in their sleep.
Payback right,
You heroes, you don't have the right to make up your own orders.
This war's become very confusing. Maybe for me it got personal because I do know the difference between dying for something and dying for nothing.
You know what's going on back home. Riots, people spitting on soldiers in airports. The whole country's tearing itself apart. All we really got is each other. Let's go downtown.
With that hand, big guy. With that hand. Hang in there, devil winner. We got you covered.
Danny Glover.
Yeah!
You know something I don't know?
Willem Dafoe. Brad Johnson.
I grounded you. Hey, I am on the ground.
Rosanna Arquette.
Come here. You got a chance alone.
You're going back to your wife and kids.
Flight of the Intruder.
Crazy People, starring Dudley Moore and Daryl Hannah.
I'm on the bridge. I haven't moved in 10 minutes.
Advertising executive Emery Leeson was stressed out.
Hey, I'm on the phone.
Hey, do you mind? People who use car phones annoy other drivers.
Fed up.
People don't care about Lee Iacocca. He's like some annoying relative who keeps coming over for something to eat.
And boiling over.
Let's face it, Steve, you and I lie for a living, and it's not easy for me to digest that.
Until he hit upon a brilliant advertising strategy. The truth.
Metamucil. It helps you go to the toilet. If you don't use it, you'll get cancer and die.
Buy Volvos. They're boxy, but they're good.
Are you crazy? Let's not lie, Steve. Let's level with America. We can't level, you idiot. We're in advertising.
So his company rewarded him by putting him in a mental facility.
Hello, I'm William Holden. Hi, I'm Kathy. Hold me. Please hold me.
Oh, well, I am holding you.
Oh, I know, it's a female thing. We say it a few times.
Oh.
We're maniacs!
Ask her out.
Here you go, sir.
But now the public is hooked on the honest cell.
Sorry, folks, I haven't any more. There's a run on Metamucil.
This honesty, it's a terrific concept. We don't know much about it. I want to get you on it.
And Emery can barely keep up with the demand until he gets a little help.
I'm quite visibly moved.
From some people who can barely keep up with reality.
We know you love him, but if he happens to die, we give you 2 Mercedes and a summer home. Wouldn't that be nice, too? John Hancock.
Crazy people.
I'm going to run some Caucasians down today.
You have to be a little nuts to tell the truth.
Who here wants to be an ad man?
Who here wants to be a fire engine?
Crazy people.
King Ralph with John Goodman and Peter O'Toole.
The rain appears to have stopped, Your Majesty. We should be able to continue with the portrait.
So I should hope, Albert. First time we've had the whole family together here for 6 years.
Right, we're ready now, everybody. Now, after 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, dear.
Now, a new king must be found.
Excuse me, Sir Cedric.
Yes?
I do believe we found an heir.
Is he everything we might have hoped?
Allow me to introduce our sovereign lord, Ralph Jones, King of Great Britain, head of the Commonwealth, defender of the faith.
John Goodman
Is everybody having a good time?
is King Ralph.
Good golly, Miss Molly.
Where did they find this man? John Goodman. Peter O'Toole. He's uncouth. He's unkempt. He's the king. King Ralph.
The release of the epic Godfather III, starring Andy Garcia and Al Pacino.
Two epics.
It's not personal, son. It's strictly business.
Two classics.
No! Run!
Two films that set new standards for motion picture excellence.
Don't ever take sides with anyone against the family again.
21 Academy nominations and 9 awards, including 2 for Best Picture.
I know it was you, Fredo.
The Godfather. And now, Paramount Pictures presents the continuation of Francis Ford Coppola and Mario Puzo's legendary saga.
I betrayed my wife. I betrayed myself. I killed men. And I ordered men to be killed. I ordered the death of my brother. He injured me. I killed my mother's son. I killed my father's son. We've sold the casinos. All businesses having to do with gambling. We have no interests or investments in anything illegitimate.
Don Corleone. The Corleone family. Partners with the Pope. They may cry blasphemy.
This is business.
I know you're into banks and Wall Street, but everyone knows you're the final word. You're like the Supreme Court. All I want to do is protect you from these guys, and your lawyers can't do that. I say we make him dead. You give me the order, I'll take care of it.
I command this family, right or wrong.
You know, Michael, now that you're so respectable, I think you're more dangerous than you ever were.
Our true enemy has not yet shown his face. If every drug pusher in this room would have dropped dead, I would be the only one alive.
Well, you tell him for me, he can live or he can die, you understand?
Will you shut up? Will you shut up?
She loved me.
You're the only one left in this family with my father's strength.
I'm a Corleone.
You can save the Corleone family. I'll help you.
The ultimate story of family.
Come at me as you will.
And loyalty.
Give up our daughter.
Power. And violence.
Just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in.
The Godfather Part III.
When they come, they'll come at what you love.
And The Hard Way with Michael J.
He doesn't belong here. He belongs in Never Never Land.
And you're never gonna believe where I am. I'm in a ghetto.
He's told me face to face that he wants to be me. It's my life. It's my life. Moved into my house, you know? I'll just do what you do in Hollywood. Rum drinks, fern bar, gerbil racing. You know what's next? You know, my old lady.
What?
I know it.
Tell me.
You just kissed him? You kissed his face? It's getting to where everywhere I look, I see his smiling face. I turn on the TV and I hear his voice.
All of my movies, including The Smoking Guns, are shot on biodegradable film stock.
There's only one way Moss can catch the killer without losing his mind.
NYPD! NYPD!
I have got to get rid of this guy.
Michael J. Fox. James Woods.
All are great theatrical releases that will again build a better business for you. CIC is committed to the rental marketplace, ensuring that high-quality, high-rental films are brought to you with strong consumer marketing campaigns to ensure that you profit from your investment. Investment in films that rent is the key to your financial future, and that is reliant upon satisfying your customers who enjoy various genres of films: dramas, romance, comedy, thrillers, action, films to watch and enjoy. CIC delivers these quality films month after month. In 1992, releases such as Backdraft, starring Robert De Niro, and Naked Gun 2.5, starring Leslie Nielsen and Priscilla Presley, look set to break even more records.
In these desperate times, what America needs is a new hero. What America's got is Lieutenant Frank Drebin.
Say your prayer.
The police squad.
Nice work, Frank. What?
Is back.
Please.
Is this some kind of bust?
Very impressive, yes.
They're ready for action.
Keep your eyes peeled.
Ready for love.
You're thinking about him again, aren't you?
Yes.
You just can't forget about him, can you?
Who?
And ready for seconds. In the movie that proves you can lead a cop to water, but you can't make him think.
The water's over there, Frank. Give me the strongest thing you got.
This is a sequel so big, they had to add another half.
Blackman Street. That's the red light district. Wonder why Savage is hanging out down there. Sex, Frank? No, not right now, Ed. We got work to do.
The Naked Gun 2.5. The Smell of Fear. Take a whiff this summer.
The future of the rental market relies on satisfying consumer demand. CIC has the films. You have the customers. Let's build a better business together.
CIC Video, worldwide distributor of Paramount and Universal. Studios that for over 75 years have built the motion picture industry worldwide, bringing to nearly 4 generations the stars of the silver screen in some of the biggest films of all time. Sellthrough is one of the fastest growing consumer markets. Since 1986, the market for sell-through in the UK has surpassed even the most optimistic expectations. Experiencing unprecedented growth, the market now represents a total value of over £350 million per year, well in excess of the level of expenditure on visiting the cinema, and fast approaching the level of expenditure of video rentals. During this time, the market has seen many changes, with an ever-growing investment by major film distributors on blockbuster title releases to extend consumers' trial and loyalty. CIC Video has been at the leading edge of this market development through the release over the years of major blockbuster movies from the powerhouse studios of Paramount and Universal. Top Gun.
For speed. 5 weeks, you're gonna fly against the best fighter pilots in the world.
Back to the Future. E.T. Beverly Hills Cop.
What's the charge?
Possession of a concealed weapon, disturbing the peace.
Disturbing the peace? I got thrown out of a window. This is the cleanest and nicest police car I've ever seen in my life. This thing's nice in my apartment.
The Blues Brothers.
My true love will be waiting. If my estimations are correct, we should be very close to the Honorable Richard J. Daley Plaza. That's where they got that Picasso. Yep.
Are you the police? No, ma'am. We're musicians.
U2 rattle and hum.
We're playing a rock and roll concert, all right? We've been,
A motion picture screen.
And Grease.
John Travolta, the sensational star of Saturday Night Fever, ignites the screen in Grease.
Top movies alone have not built the total market. And here again, CIC have been at the forefront of innovative product marketing. Who would have believed that a television series would have sold on video cassette? The Star Trek phenomena has created a niche of its own in the market with a range of over 40 cassettes. Another major area of sell-through is sport and special interest. CIC has single-handedly built a substantial market with the phenomenon of Kalanetics, now comprising of 3 cassettes and amassing to date sales in excess of 1.25 million copies. And from here, the phenomenon is set to grow and grow. Certainly, the future for the sell-through market looks optimistic. For this to be achieved, CIC believe it is critical to carefully consider each release in respect of assessing consumer demand. The consumer support activities to sustain each release should also be planned well ahead of the title's launch date. Over the past few months, CIC's support has comprised of innovative and entertaining TV advertising, with the Star Trek collection. Fantastic journey through time and space. With 25 years of Star Trek, now all their TV and film adventures can be yours forever. From the birth of the series, welcome aboard, to the next generation. The Star Trek 25th Anniversary Video Cassette Collection. Available to buy from all good stores on Earth. The explosive Back to the Future.
I need to borrow your hoverboard.
They push the clocks back to get back to the future. The timeless classic, Back to the Future 2. Now yours on video cassette forever from all good video stockists. Buy one before they run out.
And the timeless classic, E.T. the Extraterrestrial. Magical. Tender. Unforgettable. E.T. the Extraterrestrial. Yours to keep forever. Each commercial has been a powerful motivation to consumer purchase. Other media advertising offers equally impactful communication to the consumer. For K9, we employed both press and posters, and for the release of the summer cult film American Graffiti, a national radio campaign.
Where were you in '62?
That special one and jump into your candy-colored custom or your screaming machine, cruise downtown and catch American Graffiti.
American Graffiti? Baby, what's that?
It's a movie.
And you dig it, and you dig it.
Go back in time.
Where were you in '62?
Is that you in that beautiful car? Jeez, what a waste of machinery.
Top movies consistent high-quality production and powerful marketing campaigns, all designed to provide the consumer with a desire to own and build an ever-growing collection of videos at home. And for 1991, CIC has only just begun. In the first half of the year, such major titles as The Naked Gun,
There's crime on every street, but one man has seen enough. He's Lieutenant Frank Drebin. He's a good cop who's having a bad day. His best friend
Everyone should have a friend like you.
is in a coma. His girlfriend is in a fog.
Nice beaver.
Thank you. I just had it stuffed.
Let me help you with that.
Star Trek V,
Greetings, Captain. I do not think you realize the gravity of your situation.
To the most perilous reaches of space. Only one crew dare travel where no man has ever gone before.
We'll need all the power you can muster, mister.
K9,
This is Mike Dooley.
Are you even paying attention to me?
And his new partner. Meet Officer Lewis.
This is a highly trained, vicious police dog.
But he's peculiar from time to time.
What kind of animal eats chili?
He's a lover.
This kind loves cops. You got 10 minutes. Kill.
He's a rebel.
Don't you ever pull anything like that again.
He's amazing.
I can't believe all that came out of one animal. Look, let's get one thing straight. The woman is mine.
He's a hit in high society.
and a prestigious collector's item, the Godfather Epic, have been released.
Two epics.
It's not personal, son. It's strictly business.
Two classics.
No! Run!
Two films that set new standards for motion picture excellence.
Don't ever take sides with anyone against the family again.
21 Academy nominations and 9 awards, including 2 for Best Picture.
I know it was you, Fredo.
The Godfather.
For the second half of the year, the caliber of films continues with such major releases as Black Rain,
Salud! Here's to Japan! Japan!
Yeah.
Look at that!
A New York cop on the trail of a killer.
Well, our victims are certainly Yakuza.
From the back alleys of Manhattan.
I got 2 clean homicides in there.
To the streets of Japan.
You have to leave your gun.
Hey, Superintendent, we are police officers.
You are civilians here.
You remember me, don't you?
You want to observe? Observe. This isn't New York.
I only want to talk to the man for 5 minutes.
Justice falls like black rain.
We don't want any more dead Americans.
I thought we were working together!
Parenthood,
There's still one last frontier. One place where an ordinary man can be a hero.
Howdy, partner.
A job full of wonderful surprises.
Feel like you want to throw up?
Okay.
Parenthood. From generation to generation.
And I was born from the keeper, President.
It's a quest for knowledge.
Oh, there she is!
If you want to have just an ordinary academic career, that's your prerogative.
It can drive you crazy.
I love it when you talk to me about school and meetings. Now talk to me
I'm shopping. It can drive you wild.
No, damn it! You can't run out on me. You're my wife.
You're his what?
We got married a couple of days ago.
Are you out of your mind?
Steve Martin.
Hey, what do you say later? I wear this outfit.
Tom Hulse. Rick Moranis. Martha Plimpton. Keanu Reeves.
Where's my wife?
She's still at school. She's got cheerleading practice.
Bitch.
Jason Robards. Mary Steenburgen. And Diane Wiest. In a Ron Howard film, Parenthood. It could happen to you.
The Hunt for Red October.
The most brilliant commander in the Soviet Navy.
Raimi has trained most of their officer corps. He's nearly a legend in the submarine community.
The most deadly submarine ever built.
This thing could park a couple of hundred warheads off Washington. Nobody'd know a thing about it until it was all over.
Once more, we play our dangerous game with our old adversaries, the American Navy.
His plan is a mystery.
A man with your responsibilities reading about the end of the world.
Apparently, he has suffered a kind of nervous breakdown in which he announced his intention to try his missiles on the United States.
He wants us to help you hunt him down, kill him.
Open the outer doors, firing point procedures.
We sail into history.
I'm going to blow him right to Mars.
Ramius might be trying to defect.
You're just an analyst. What can you possibly know what goes on in his mind?
I'll give you 3 days to prove your theory correct.
I am not field personnel. I am only an analyst.
You're perfect.
I'm expendable.
He's defecting. You're willing to bet your life on that? From the best-selling novel by Tom Clancy, from the director of Die Hard.
Give this man a chance.
My orders are specific. All stations. Sean Connery, Alec Baldwin, James Earl Jones, Scott Glenn, Sam Neill. The Hunt for Red October.
Sea of Love.
Don't you move!
Staring down a gun barrel yesterday. You know what I'm thinking?
You drop it! Drop it! Drop it!
Nobody loves me. I got no wife, no kids, nothing.
Come with me, my love, to the sea of love.
Frank Feller? I'm Sherman Toohey from the 112. I heard from one of you guys you caught a good one. Face-down taxpayer, back of the head in his own bed.
Your guy put an ad in the singles magazine, right? Bingo to that. My guy's in there, too.
There's some psycho woman out there killing guys.
Wanna know how we catch her? We put our own ad in. We set up dates with 30, 40, 50 of the ladies who answer.
I get this very weird feeling you're not who you say you are.
Oh, we take them out, some restaurant, some bar.
What do you think? Maybe we should have dinner sometime?
Oh, sure, we'll call you. Get their prints on a wine glass. Bingo, she's dropped.
I don't believe in wasting time on this kind of stuff. You know what you know and you go with it.
You go with what?
I believe in animal attraction. I believe in love at first sight. I believe in this.
I have done some desperate, foolish things.
You mean like being here with me?
No offense, but you never did get her prints, did you?
She's not the shooter.
You're a good man.
I never know.
I always know.
What are you, nuts? You just met her.
You no idea how many creeps there are out there. What are you looking for?
I got something very important that I gotta talk to you about some of the people in the museum.
It's none of your business.
She's a friggin' suspect, Frank. Just walk away.
This is getting out of hand.
What are you looking for?
And Shirley Valentine.
We always have steak on Thursday. I'm not eating shite.
Mother, you haven't put enough sugar in this cocoa. You go down and get us another spoon. She's only been back 5 minutes and she's got me strutting around like R2 bleeding D2. Hiya, Wall. Well, what's wrong with that? There's a woman 3 doors down talks to a microwave. Talking to a microwave. Whoa, what's the world coming to? I think sex is like supermarkets. Just a lot of pushing and shoving, and you still come out with very little at the end. The only thing I ever wanted to do was travel. I'd like to drink a glass of wine, sitting by the sea, watching the sun go down. Not a feminist, not like Jane.
All men are potential rapists.
Even the Pope. Shirley Valentine got married to a boy called Joe. But somewhere along the way, the boy called Joe turned into him.
I always have my tea at 6 o'clock.
World exclusive. Joe eats late. We were at school together. Marjorie's an air hostess now.
But I'm not an air hostess. I'm a hooker.
That's right, Melandra. I'm going to Greece for the sex. Sex for breakfast, sex for dinner, sex for tea, and sex for supper.
Sounds like a marvellous diet, love.
It's called the F plan. I hardly recognise myself these days. I love it here. Don't I rock?
Each major release will be tailored to consumer tastes, supported by powerful advertising and eye-catching point-of-sales material. Innovative marketing is the CIC watchword and reflects the mark of quality that epitomizes the two studios of Paramount and Universal. To mark their collective 150 years of filmmaking, the studios have opened up their secured vaults of classic titles to be released for the first time on home video cassette. CIC has extensively researched the opportunity of classic films and put together, over many months of planning, a comprehensive campaign with the sole objective of further expanding the total market through the launch in September of the Classic Collection on the studios of Paramount and Universal.
The Classic Collection, from the major Hollywood studios of Paramount and Universal, a combined 150 years from the motion picture industry. A nostalgic look back at the golden era of the cinema, featuring such screen giants as Cary Grant and Audrey Hepburn in Charade.
What?
Hasn't it occurred to you that I'm having a tough time keeping my hands off you? Oh, you should see your face.
What's the matter with it?
It's lovely. Now what's the trouble?
I'm not hungry anymore, isn't it glorious?
Screen idols Gregory Peck and Audrey Hepburn in William Wyler's Roman Holiday.
For everybody is talking about her sensational star debut in Paramount's Roman Holiday, in which she is romantically teamed with Gregory Peck. Quite a start for any girl's screen career. There was no doubt about it. Audrey Hepburn was the only possible choice to play the runaway princess on this Roman holiday, having her romantic fling with Gregory Peck, the happiest spree any girl ever had, in the happiest picture you've seen in years.
The legendary Alfred Hitchcock's To Catch a Thief with Cary Grant and Grace Kelly. And the timeless masterpiece, Harvey, starring James Stewart and his invisible friend.
Oh, doctor, you know, years ago, my mother used to say to me, she'd say, in this world, Elwood, you must be, she always called me Elwood. In this world, Elwood, you must be oh so smart or oh so pleasant. Well, for years I was smart. I recommend pleasant. You may quote me.
All these and many more are available for the first time on video release. There for you to collect and compile into your own library of classic titles, for you to relive the crazy comedy of the Marx Brothers, or the musical excellence of Bing Crosby
and Bob Hope. The Classic Collection, yours to keep forever.
The Classic Collection will perfectly complement the blockbuster releases from CIC for the remainder of 1991, a period that will see unprecedented consumer demand driven by CIC's innovative marketing. CIC is building the business of sell-through for the future.